An urgent plea for help to identify a man found shot and burned east of Atlanta.
Police found his body last week near two apartment complexes. Atlanta News First Yasmina Alston is live at the Clarkston Police Department tonight. So Yasmina, investigators want people to pay very close attention to that man's belongings.
Yeah, that's right. And police say the man had pierced ears and he had a pierced nose, but they're hoping that someone will recognize these four items to help identify him. A gruesome discovery near two apartment complexes in Clarkston. A man's burned body found with a gunshot wound, but no identification.
No motive at this time. The detectives are still investigating and they're following up on leads that are coming in daily.
Clarkston Police Sergeant Andrew Walker says investigators are trying to identify the man believed to be between the ages of 17 and 25. His body was discovered when DeKalb County fire crews responded to a brush fire between the Ellis and Silver Oaks apartments on Brockett Road.
We believe that the fire and the deceased adult male are connected.
Detectives are hoping several clothing items on this young man will help in identifying him.
We urge the public, if they're missing a brother, a son, a friend, a co-worker that fits this description, he was about 5 foot tall, between 95 and 100 pounds, to please contact the Clarkston Police Department or their local police department and report this person missing, so we can follow up on that information.
Take a look at these photos. Police say the victim had on Jordan 9 retro olive sneakers, a dog tag chain with a Bible verse inscribed on it, black and gold rectangular sunglasses, and a clear beaded bracelet. He had a chipped front tooth, pierced ears with diamond studs, and a pierced nose. Sergeant Walker says they want to find out who this young man is, and quickly, to continue the investigation into why this happened.
The wood line it's not a very large wood line between two major apartment complexes on Brockett Road, and the fire could have gotten out of hand, but fortunately we responded quickly and the DeKalb County Fire Department was able to extinguish the fire.
And there are 3 people in custody charged in connection with this man's murder. If you have any information, you were asked to call the Clarkston Police Department. Their phone number can be found on our website. Live in Clarkston, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
Hopefully someone comes forward. Yasmina, thank you.